Hey guys, and welcome back to Hollowbody. When we last left off, we had made it all the way to the final area. However, we now have to make the long and arduous journey back to the beginning of the game to pick up some collectibles and unlock the full story. Now, this isn't actually as bad as it sounds. It sounds like it's going to be quite the adventure, but because this game is so short, it really isn't too bad. So, let's start making our way back to the sewers, because we need to go pick up that chip that fell all the way down when Mika was being a little bit of a clumsy person and dropped. But no matter. Now, this is going to depend wildly on my navigation skills, which are questionable at best, but you know, I think we'll get there. Hopefully we're not going to get horribly murdered by any of the hollows that are walking around, but hey, we shall see. We've got another delay notice document. Sherwood Estate Management Limited. Subject: addressing prolonged delays in construction progress. Dear resident, we have been made aware of some frustrations caused by the reasonable delays in the Barnston construction project. We apologize for the extended inconvenience experienced due to prolonged road closures and diversions, continuous construction-related disturbances, ongoing limitations in accessing certain areas. We acknowledge these challenges and are actively taking steps to expedite the project. Conducting a thorough review of the construction timeline, allocating additional resources to expedite my bloody dyslexia, honestly. Pending phases improving communication for regular progress updates. Your patience during this period is appreciated. For further inquiries or assistance, please contact Sherwood Estate Management Limited. Yeah, well, there is a reason for all these prolonged delays and all of this nonsense that has been steadily ruining everything. And we're about to shed some light on that and find out what was really going on behind the scenes. And, you know, it's quite the thing. Sorry, buddy. It looked like our friend was almost murked there. He's fine. And we've gone the wrong way. But, why do I get a feeling? Nope. I had a feeling that there was some, like, ammo or something back here. There is not. Of course there isn't. There's actually very few bullets in this game, as we have discovered. But that's okay. Alright, so this is looking promising. This is where we need to be. Let's hop on through here. Finding my way back to the sewers was always a bit of a task, because it's sort of tucked away. But it's fine. Alright, looks like we've got another friendo skulking around, blocking these areas off. Now, on our return journey through this area, we're going to be lighting the place up. That will make sense in a minute. So this entire side quest, I guess you could say that we're on, this hidden data log and the hidden disks, as far as I'm aware, this was all added quite a bit after the game came out in a patch. Now, the developer alluded that there was something more in certain areas, because I believe you could examine certain things and it just didn't make sense. For instance, I believe the big tunnel, or the big chained doorway in the sewers, and I believe you could also examine the We're going this way, I think. Ah, bullets. You could also examine the computers, I think, that have the discs, but there wasn't really anything to do with them, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong because obviously I didn't play this game when it first came out, and notes and information on this game are somewhat limited. The car jack you could actually find, but there was seemingly no use for it. Alright, let's go. Where's the window? There's the window. Let's climb on through. I'm not sure how this gets us through. That little transition there just feels a little bit off to me. But hey, what do I know? Let's keep pushing. Hello. You stay there, me old mate. You just chill. We'll be back. And here we are. This is back down to the sewers. Now, as far as I am aware, the weird craziness that was going on down in these sewers doesn't happen on the return journey, which is nice. Back down here, me old mate. Yes. Right. Well, we've got that. Right. Yep. So, this will take us straight back, I believe, one of these. This was not here before, right? This is a quick, direct route back to the tower section. But I believe we want to go this way. I do forget exactly which corridor we're supposed to be going down, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. Hopefully, oh, hello. With the magic of editing, I can make this as painless as possible. Not sure if we're going to bump into any more enemies down here. I'm hoping not. Apart from these guys who have obviously respawned. The little guys. Because they weren't really worth our time burning them. This is a very long, snaky corridor. Are we heading back? Man, I really do not like this sewer section at all. I do sort of have a map for it, but it's not the world's greatest map. Like, okay. So, for instance, do you think they made this section a little bit too long? This little windy corridor here. Do you think they made it too long? I think they made it too long. Now we've got to go all the way back. I will spare you guys that. Right, let's try the other way, shall we? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this takes us straight back in. Alright, cool. Now, we want to keep going this way, I believe. Yeah, this looks like it. There we go. So, this door is going to be, or should I say, yeah, this chain is going to be very important. It's chained shut with multiple padlocks. I'll have to think of another way through. I've got no hope of finding the right keys. Well, you are correct. We're not going to be finding the correct keys. Oh. That's interesting. These enemies weren't here a minute ago. Alright then. Anyway, as we can see there, there is the chip that we need. That's the keycard that I dropped down the drain. It's too far for me to reach on my own. Well, just so happens we have a makeshift hook. However, this isn't quite enough. It's a good idea, but I don't have enough reach with the hook alone. Well, luckily, we can combine it with a jack. And then we will have the crude fishing rod, which we can use. Got it. Now, much better. Terminal key has been added to the inventory. Sweet. Sweet as a nut. So, now, we've just got to find our way out of here, which, yeah, that's the next challenge. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. I don't know if I'm going to, like, speed that up or something. I haven't decided. But, yeah, really, really annoying section. I'm probably overcomplicating it now as well, because once, obviously, we've already been through there, as you can see, it is rather trivial. But, yeah, a frustrating place anyway. Okay, let's get back. Luckily, once we get here, the rest should be fairly straightforward. Now, there isn't like any more enemies that have spawned or anything like that. This is just the mother of all backtracking. And there's the gate. I can imagine carrying this heavy knife all the way is starting to ache our arms a little bit, but we're not going to have too much to worry about for much longer, let's just say that much. We are close to the end of our journey. In fact, we'd probably be at the end of our journey if they didn't add this mother of all backtracking in. It was an interesting choice, you know, to force you to go back through the entire game. And yeah, I'm sort of in two minds about whether to cut it out. I don't know. I might fast forward it, perhaps. At least put it on like double time or something, just so it's not quite as painful to watch. Because there really isn't anything new here. Not really, not yet. Hello, buddy. Stumbling bastard. Right, let's go in through here. Just going through every single loading door that we can. Come on, baby. You can load. You can do it. There we go. Alright. Now, basically, back at the beginning. So we do need to go back down into these sewers for an item. But we do have that little key situation. That is a conundrum, isn't it? The keys. Yes, well, hopefully we can find something to deal with those keys. Now we need to find a garage. There is a garage around this area somewhere. In fact, I think we... here we go. Look at this. There's a small gap at the bottom of the shutter. I'm not strong enough to lift it with just my hands. Well, just so happens that we've got a car jack. Let's use the car jack. I do like these multiple use items. I think I can squeeze through. Let's go inside and have a little poke around. Ah, old boy's just like stuck through the car. That's cool. So what have we got here? There's a gas blowtorch here. Let's have that, shall we? And some bullets. So from what I can understand, on the easier difficulty, yes, you do get 6 bullets instead of 4. At least I'm assuming that's a difficulty thing. It could be a patch thing. It is possible that they just patched it so you get 4 bullets instead, which is really stingy in this game. Because as good as the pistol is, it's brilliant in fact, you know, it does tear through your ammo. Anyway, that's one item sorted. Now we have this computer here. Interesting. A strange metal thing. It looks modern. There's a slot on the front. Seems to be some kind of card reader. Well, just so happens that we have this. A digilock key. Looks important. And there is the first of 3 discs. We'll have you. But shift schedule. Slight change up for next week's shifts. We've got a new guy from Monday, so he'll be making up for losing Stu, Team 3. You're on the night again until Stu 2 gets his bearings. Location, Wick Street checkpoint. This week's crew. Just run the shifts and keep your heads down. Any serious trouble, then let me know and I'll get some boys down. Don't give them the time of day. Hold the line and restrain if necessary. Feral fuckers. Oof. That doesn't sound good at all, does it? This place really went to shit. So I guess these guys were sort of semi-turning. And did we forget that? Yeah, we did. Semi-turning. Before, you know, they went full crazy. So there must have been quite a scene. I'm picturing something not quite as extreme, but similar to the Resident Evil 3 intro, the original Resident Evil 3 intro. Right, let's start heading back through here. Shouldn't be too many enemies. Now, do you remember there was one door that we couldn't get into back here? I remember. And essentially that was the prepper's door. Just so happens that now we have a fuse to fix this. There we go. Now I'm not 100% sure if... Oh, okay, he's going to wait. That's cool. I'm not 100% sure if this was in the original game or if this was patched in as well. I have a feeling that this was not in the original version of the game. Okay, so we are back here. Right, I believe the door that we need to examine is on the top, if memory serves. Because I think if we go over here, let's just do some reconnaissance. I know it is the final door somewhere. So, yeah, that's the door that we need to get the key to. So I believe we need to go up to the next floor up. I'm trying to remember which door it actually was now. But that's fine. I'm sure we can work it out. So let's try going 1 floor up and then into the same location. Oh, hello. Be seeing you in a minute. Pretty sure it was here. No, in that case. Huh. Was it 2 floors up then? Oh, hello. You're really just following me around, aren't you? Well, let's sort out your problem. A little bit like that. Let's burn you for good measure. Yeah, there's a nice item in that room that we want. It's certainly worth the effort. Let's just say that. Actually tempted to check my notes to see if I can find which. No, it's got to be on the top floor, I think. If it's not up here, then I will quickly check my notes. But I'm pretty sure it is. See if there's anybody else that's come back to life up here. Yep, this has got to be. Yeah, it's got to be this one. It is indeed. And then we can just reach all the way down. So I didn't realize that goes down 2 floors, apparently. I can see right through to the ground floor. There's something on the table. I can't reach it with my bare hands. Well. Well, well, well. We now have this. We can go key fishing. Flaming smiley face. So, we've heard about the prepper. We read a note about him. The strange fellow. Wonder what a guy like that could have in his room. In fact, he seemed to be such the strange type that he had his door lock removed. So it was only an old-fashioned key. How curious. Well, let's go have a poke around. Now, I do actually quite like this. This is kind of a cool thing. It just seems a bit of a ball ache. And I think a lot of people probably wouldn't bother with it. Right, where's our key? Give me the key. How many rounds have we got? Not many. Actually looks like quite a lot. We've got like 60 bullets. But, yeah, trust me. Trust me. Alright, so what was in here? Oh! Well, that looks interesting, doesn't it? Let's read the note. Prepper. Can't stay here much longer. I think I'm the only one left now. Heard some guys knocking around with radios. Went from round here. Kept talking about quarantine zone, complaining about shift cycles. Not been back in weeks. The whole building is dead. I just hear the pipes seizing up. Fuck it. Flamethrower Mark II is done. I just need a new cooker ignition and I'll leave the old one here. Maybe some sorry soul can make use of it. Or hey, if that's you, give 'em hell, yeah. I'll leave it with a full tank. Fuck this place. I'm out of here. So yes, our prepper friend was building a flamethrower. How interesting. Left behind some bullets. So he made himself a new upgraded Mark II. And saw fit to leave us with his original model. Looks like a homemade flamethrower. Would be rude to let it go to waste. Would be taking that. Now, I know what you're thinking. Flamethrowers usually go through fuel pretty quickly. Well, in this game, this has unlimited ammo. It's an interesting weapon. So, there we go. It has unlimited fuel, and it is kind of lethal. I say kind of lethal. It's not without its problems. And we've just broken the camera angle. That's annoying. Yep, the camera angle is jibbing out. I don't know if this weapon specifically jibs the camera angle out. I'm not sure. I think I was using the flamethrower when I had my original bug crash of the game. where shadows and things were just disappearing and nothing was working properly. So this flamethrower, pretty good. However, it doesn't work very well with the lock-on system in the game. It's actually a little bit harder to hit enemies with it than you would think. Also, it does not actually burn the enemies. So even if you take them out, unless that's been patched, we'll try that in a minute. Even if you take them out, you still have to then burn them with the lighter, which I think's a little bit silly, but it's a small minor thing, considering we're talking about a weapon that has unlimited ammo. Anyway, let's go find our first victim. But the fact that we now have unlimited ammo does certainly make the end of the game much more trivial. For instance, it's quite rough in the train station. It's not too bad, like it's certainly doable, but if you have been a little bit careless with your ammo, it can be quite rough. It's certainly not a joke. I mean, obviously you've got your melee weapons to fall back on, but there's a good few enemies bunched up, so it's less than ideal. Let's get out of here. And there is our first victim. So let's aim at this person, and as you can see, we're not actually aiming at the enemy, but the enemy is now toasted. But it is not properly toasted. We still have to burn the creature, which I really don't think that makes a lot of sense. But hey, whatever. I didn't make the game. But the flamethrower is a nice bit of fun. See what I mean? She doesn't even really aim properly at it at all. You've kind of got to walk the fire into the enemy. I don't know whether that was done by design. I'm not sure if it was an oversight. I don't know. I have a feeling that maybe that is why we were blessed with unlimited supplies of ammo with it. At least that is my assumption. Now, I haven't tried it on dogs, so I'm not sure how that's going to go down. Anywho. Wow, this video has gone on for quite a while. I think I'm going to speed up some of the backtracking. Maybe. It depends. I haven't decided yet. Oh, hello. Well, it'd be a shame to leave you alive, wouldn't it? Oh, I do like the flamethrower. The actual design for it as well, like the way it looks, is really cool. Yeah, it is good. Good on the dogs, actually. But then the dogs are reasonably weak, to be fair. Feels good to finally burn the dogs and get rid of them. And that's something that I don't say often. Oh, we just kick that dog out of the way. Right, let's burn all these bodies. We're going to drop a save, and then we're going to make way back to the sewers. We're going to get the other disc. We're going to make it back into town, get the other disc there, the final disc. Then we're going to blow this case wide open and then complete the game. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I know this one has been a bit of a faff. It is a pain, and you know, I was actually contemplating whether I wanted to actually throw this in to the LP, because it's such, I don't know, it's a cool idea, but it's such a slog of a backtrack to go through all that, you know, and you do get the infinite ammo flamethrower so late in the game that it is useful for the final section for sure, but I wouldn't say it breaks the game. Not really. But the files that we do unlock, which, as I said, were not in the original version of the game, are very enlightening. right? There was a lot of, in the reviews of this game originally, there was a lot of complaints about the vague lack basic story. Yeah, this clears all of that up. So, I guess that's why he put it in. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to throw me a like or subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you in the next part.